This is News 3 Now at noon.
And we have breaking news this noon. In the last hour or so, Governor Tony Evers issued his Safer at Home order, officially laying out his plan to keep people at home and effectively flatten the curve of COVID-19. The plan officially starts tomorrow at 8 in the morning and will remain in effect for 1 month until Friday, April 24th. The plan orders all Wisconsinites to stay home except for essential activities. That's considered getting groceries, medications, trips to the doctor, taking care of family members or pets, or going to work if it is essential. One of the questions we had yesterday was what businesses would be considered essential. In his plan today, Governor Evers says healthcare facilities, grocery stores, gas stations, hardware stores, banks, and laundry services are all essential. Restaurants and bars will also be allowed to continue to serve meals through delivery or carryout. There are other businesses on the list. You can find them all on our website at channel3000.com. Governor Evers says he's keeping these businesses open, but asking employees to be sure to follow social distance rules at work. He's also keeping state parks open and making them free for the public. He says it's good to get outside and get some fresh air as long as you follow those socially distanced rules. Governor Evers is scheduled to discuss this order in more detail at a press conference at 1:30 this afternoon. You can find that live on channel3000.com and on our Facebook page. Meanwhile, the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games won't be taking place this summer. The International Olympic Committee announced a decision to postpone the 2020 Games until next year while the world grapples with the coronavirus pandemic. Team USA voiced its support for a postponement, saying in a statement, quote, even if the current significant health concerns could be alleviated by late summer, the enormous disruptions to the training environment, doping controls, and qualification process can't be overcome. Team USA sprinter Mateo Mitchell took home a silver medal in 2012. He says postponing the games would be bittersweet, but fellow athletes getting sick has him concerned.
Here I am, a professional athlete. I could possibly get this and not even know, especially with my immune system being as strong as it is. So, I'm taking all the proper precautions that, the CDC is putting out.
This is the first time the Olympics have ever been postponed. They were only previously canceled during wartime. The White House and Congress both say they are close to a deal to pump more than $1 trillion into the economy. President Trump is urging Congress to act today on an economic stimulus package, tweeting, the longer it takes, the harder it will be to start up our economy. The White House economic team says negotiations with Senate Democrats are down to a small number of issues, and they are hopeful to finalize a bipartisan stimulus package today.
If we can get this package, we'll be setting the stage for a good rebound in the second half of the year.
Senate Democrats say they've made progress in putting in more accountability on big business receiving part of the funding. Democrats also pushed for additional financial help for hospitals overwhelmed with patients. As we've seen locally, the restaurant industry is reeling from the coronavirus pandemic. It's a scene playing out around the country as restaurants and bars struggle to stay open through takeout-only mandates. And restaurant workers are getting hit very hard. Ashley Gregg lost her 7-year-old son to cancer in 2018 and still faces the cost of his treatment. She was let go from her bartending job in Ohio when the bar had to shut its doors.
We have medical bills and everything that we need to catch up on.
If you're looking for ways to help, there are virtual tip jars online, including here in Madison, that let you send money directly to restaurant servers who are out of work. Let's head over to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has a look at your first WARN forecast. Hi, Hattie.
Hi, Mark. We're seeing a few breaks in the cloud cover today. Nice to see that little bit of sunshine across the area. We still have plenty of clouds in the region. Temperatures, though, are responding. We're actually warmer right now in Madison than we were yesterday. Yesterday's high was 44. We're at 45 right now. Janesville's at 46, and we have 48 in Boscobel. Temperatures will climb another couple of degrees. Look for plenty of cloud cover to remain in the area this afternoon with highs at 49. We will drop back into the 30s tonight. Coming up, though, in just a few minutes, we'll take a look at our next rain chance here in southern Wisconsin.
It looks a little blue up north.
It does indeed.
All right, Hattie, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
What's one of the fastest growing dinner trends? It's sheet pan suppers. Join us for today's trendy recipe.
Feed your family for less with Hy-Vee Mealtime. Delicious meals to go that feed a family of 4 for just $19.99. That's just $5 a person. Try our delicious pasta dinner. Get both lasagna and chicken Alfredo with breadsticks or garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter of Coke. Hy-Vee Chinese with 4 entrees, rice, egg rolls, crab rangoon, and Coke. Or 2 family-sized pizzas, breadsticks, or garlic cheese bread and Coke. Make mealtime easy with Hy-Vee Mealtime to go.
The Our Home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
At US Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G network that breaks down barriers. Because it's only fair that you get uninterrupted service, so you can work without obstacles and stream without disruptions. 5G, now available in Wisconsin. Unlimited data starts at $30 a month. It's the best value in wireless. Switch today for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular. Choose fair.
All your Cracker Barrel favorites, like our Golden Country Fried Steak, our Scratch-Made Buttermilk Pancakes, and our signature chicken and dumplings, are made in our home to enjoy in yours. Come on home with Cracker Barrel to go.
Prepping your pantries and bathrooms? I would also urge you to consider natural ways to support your immune system to keep the viruses away. Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the healthy place Apple Wellness. For weeks now, we have been building inventory in the most important product categories like immune and lungs. With demand surging beyond anyone's expectation, we can't guarantee that every item will stay in stock. Our commitment is to keep the essentials available. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
News 3 Now.
UW officials are saying it's necessary to act now.
Providing you with the facts.
The governor declared a public health emergency to help manage the spread of this virus here at home.
About how the coronavirus outbreak is impacting our community.
Reduce the spread of COVID-19. That is really our focus right now.
If we practice good social distancing, and everyone practices that, this curve changes.
For the latest information, safety advice, and breaking news, watch News 3 Now, your coronavirus headquarters.
A big trend when it comes to making easy weeknight dinners these days is something called sheet pan suppers. Just in case you're not familiar with it, it's a pretty basic idea that allows us to cook an entire meal on a sheet pan. The results are amazing and cleanup is a breeze. So here's one we just came up with. We start by mixing together some honey, lemon juice, soy sauce, minced garlic, and a few spices. Now we pour about 3/4 of this over some boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we've cut in half. Then we pop them in the fridge to marinate. In the meantime, we cut some red bell peppers into strips and toss them with some fresh asparagus and the rest of our flavor-packed marinade. All that's left to do is arrange the chicken and the veggies on a sheet pan. I like to place a few fresh slices of lemon here and there to give it an extra blast of freshness. Once this comes out of the oven steaming hot, it's time to call the troops to the table to dig in to all this goodness. You see, the marinade adds a sweet and citrusy touch. The veggies deliver freshness, and the chicken is juicy through and through. To get the recipe for what we call our sweet and citrusy sheet pan supper, simply visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found a trendy sheet pan supper way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, clouds are moving in. It'll be mild. Hattie's up next with your first Warren forecast.
From kids to pets and parties, we'll lay the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 75 years. During our 75th anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $75. Carpet 1 room, 3 rooms, even your whole house, and installation is only $75. Coyle Carpet 1 Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
Get the full picture of your health coverage with the iCare Medicare plan. Plus, as a member, you'll get even more benefits at zero additional cost and $0 premium. Don't wait. Call now to learn more about the iCare Medicare plan.
Only the 5 and Up lineup from Pizza Hut lets you get some of these, a bunch of these, or all of these. Starting at just $5 each when you choose 2 or more. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser has the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company. We know you're busy. Give us 80 minutes for 80 years to make a smart decision on your bath remodel.
Let us help you find the bath of your dreams. Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
Remember, Ganser has the answer. A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Ganser, that's the answer.
At Hy-Vee, we're doing everything we can to make your life easier, healthier, and happier, and save you money with this week's Hy-Vee hot deals. Red seedless grapes, just 98 cents a pound. Buckley Farms frozen boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $4.97. Jimmy Dean bacon, just $1.99. And Hy-Vee natural cheese slices, 2 for only $5. Continue to count on low prices, hot deals, and more, only at Hy-Vee.
Hi, everyone. Wednesday morning, we'll have the latest on the governor's order asking everyone to stay home.
And if you don't know how to handle strangers in your personal space during social distancing, we'll have some advice.
We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
They're trolling social media right now.
It is really difficult to detect the coordinated effort.
Think you're immune to foreign election interference? Inside the psychological tactics that prove you're not. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, Wall Street shifts to optimism over news that an economic relief package from Capitol Hill is near. Wendy Gillette is at the New York Stock Exchange with today's Money Watch report.
The market surged after the opening bell amid hopes that the Senate is close to reaching a deal on the economic stimulus package. President Trump has signed an executive order to try to combat price gouging and the hoarding of needed medical supplies, such as ventilators and face masks. Attorney General William Barr says, don't worry if you have a large supply of toilet paper in your house. The government is not coming after you. But if you have a warehouse filled with face masks, then that's a different story. Fiat-Chrysler is going into the face mask business. The car maker says it will manufacture and donate more than 1 million masks a month. Production will begin in a couple of weeks. They'll be given to police, EMTs, firefighters, and healthcare workers. GM is also exploring the idea of making ventilators, and Ford has just announced that it will manufacture medical equipment for both healthcare workers and patients. That's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, go to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Wendy, thank you. At the noon hour, investors very happy with the probable passage of the stimulus bill on Capitol Hill. The Dow is up 100. Let's see. I don't think that's right. 1581. Okay. The Nasdaq is up 409. The S&P 500 is up 156. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee is here today with the Ag News. Pam?
Well, a lot of parents can share the frustration that farm families in rural Wisconsin are experiencing when it comes to having kids home. You're trying to entertain, educate, and feed them. That's a big challenge when you're trying to also maybe work remotely yourself. But boy, I'll tell you, if you're in rural Wisconsin, the need for internet and rural broadband is absolutely essential. I was talking yesterday with Shane Goplin, member of the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association, who also has a wife that's an ag educator in rural Northwest Wisconsin. He said he has heard from a lot of the neighborhood, a lot of his kids' friends, that they just can't find rural broadband with enough oomph to be able to access some of the online videos and tutorials that teachers have worked so hard to try to put together during this challenging time with COVID-19. He said his wife was a perfect example. She is an agriculture educator that's been called on to try to come up with some online instruction that will keep students engaged and teach them. But she said a 5-minute video that she's produced to try to share actually is taking more like 45 minutes to download because of the rural broadband situation that they're in. So a lot of folks that are in the metro area may take for granted the multiple sites of Wi-Fi or internet connectivity you've got, because in rural Wisconsin, it is a checkerboard challenge for a lot of our parents. Another interesting side note that's kind of going right along with COVID-19 is the rapid escalation we've seen in people's consumption of things like meat and eggs. The North American Meat Institute said they have witnessed a 77% surge in retail meat sales in the past 10 days' time. It's caught the supply chain off guard just a little bit, but they say they are responding quickly. Same thing with eggs. Iowa, the largest egg producer in the United States, they say they just were a little bit surprised by the demand for the product all at once, but they do believe that they'll be able to get their supply chain distributions worked through and that we should have no problems as far as access at the grocery stores, although selection may not be what you would come to expect. Don't forget, today is also National Agriculture Day, and although we won't be able to get together physically, please remember to use social media. Show your appreciation to our farmers, our food processors, our agribusiness folks with hashtag WIAGProud. That's WIAG Proud. And that's your Tuesday Food and Fiber update from the Farm Babe.
All right, Pam, thank you. Here's Hattie now with a look at your forecast. The sun trying to peek through a little bit.
It is trying. You know, I had a little bit of sunshine on my way back into work this lunch hour, but not a lot. We still have quite a few clouds, as you can see from the Edgewater sky camera shot this lunch hour. Here's a look at visible cloud tracks. So this is actually what we're seeing outside. We did see some pretty significant clearing, but those holes are starting to fill in once again. So mostly cloudy skies will likely be seen across most of southern Wisconsin. Again, a few peaks here and there, which helps, but not a lot of significant sun in the forecast for today. Our temperatures, though, are at least a little bit warmer. Temps are in the mid-40s in all locations, even to the north. 46 in Camp Douglas, 44 in the Dells. That's pretty close to where we are here in Madison. Temperatures over the next 12 hours will climb another couple of degrees. We'll top pretty close to 50 today, then drop back into the 30s overnight. Skies will turn partly cloudy overnight. Taking a look at a wider view across what's happening right now. Storm system tracking to our south. That one is moving to the east, so we don't have to worry about this rain across southern Illinois. A few showers breaking out ahead of a warm front that is lifting northward across the plains. We're not likely to see any precipitation from that front, but as this cold front moves through, now right in Montana, as that tracks eastward and moves into southern Wisconsin later on Wednesday, that's probably our next best chance for rain. So let's take a look at what's happening again across the region. We'll start our future track forecast model Wednesday afternoon at 3:30. You can see really all kinds of precipitation, so there is some cold air out with this front, but ahead of it, we have southerly winds on Wednesday, so a milder day is forecast for us. Temperatures should stay warm enough that the snow remains in northern Wisconsin. We see all rain Wednesday night for the southern part of the state. A little bit of a break in the precipitation through the day on Thursday, but then later on in the afternoon into the evening, some light rain will be possible. Again, temperatures should be warm enough that we'll pick up mostly rain from this particular system. We do have a dry start to Friday with a storm system moving in again late in the day for the upcoming weekend. We do get pretty wet as we head into Saturday as well. So if you were planning on getting outside for the weekend, Saturday may not be the best day. On Sunday, that storm system will be moving out. We should see a drying trend through the day on Sunday. So that will be your best day to get outside this weekend. Future track precipitation, though, when you add all those chances up, looking pretty high, likely over an inch of combined precipitation for most of the state. Again, this is from now through the day on Sunday. So we do have several days. This is not going to be a complete washout for any one day, but that is a lot of precipitation. We're hoping that things might start to dry out a little bit more. Take a look at your extended forecast. We have temperatures that will climb into the upper 50s tomorrow. Again, chances for rain holding off until real late on Wednesday. So not a bad day to be outside, walking, biking, running, whatever you want to do Wednesday. It does turn a little colder Thursday and Friday with highs near 50 degrees. We'll stay there for the upcoming weekend. Cannot forget to mention, though, that next week, Mark, looks a lot better. Mostly dry conditions and warmer temperatures. We're back into the 60s, it looks like, next week for at least a few days.
That'll help a little bit.
It definitely will boost your mood a bit.
All right. Thanks, Hattie.
You're welcome.
There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, it's time to get your diet and nutrition questions answered. Dietitian Michelle Swader is standing by, ready to take your calls at 270-9933. We'll get to your questions right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Every woman's health story is different. Every woman is unique. Your story is special, and your doctor should be too. One who's part of a women's health team, so your health story is all about you.
At Upland Hills Health, we focus on you. From PMS to menopause relief, we provide comprehensive women's health care services.
The care you need, near you, for you. Upland Hills Health. We help write new health stories every day.
It happened so fast. I was thrown to the ground. His hands were around my neck, choking me. I escaped with my life, only to be left in the dark by the justice system. I felt pushed aside, like I didn't matter. My abuser had more rights than I did. We can change that. Marcy's Law will give victims a voice and guarantee we have equal rights. Stand up for crime victims. Vote yes on additional rights for crime victims.
At Hy-Vee, we know that now more than ever, we play a vital role in our community to provide food and products that are essential to everyday life. But we could use your help and your smile. If you're currently out of work, no longer in school, or in need of making extra money, Hy-Vee is hiring temporary part-time employees to help in our warehouses, in our stores to restock shelves, and to serve customers. Apply now at Hy-Vee.com. And thanks for helping us be helpful, smile, strong.
Choosing a window replacement company is tough. We asked our customers why they love their new Champion windows.
Working with Champion was such a great experience that they've made our home much more comfortable now.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Right now, Champion Comfort 365 windows are buy two, get one free. Plus, buy now and pay nothing for a year.
I love my new Champion windows.
Let Champion help you fall in love with your home. Book your free in-home consultation online or call 888-930-CHAMPION today.
It is time to get your diet and nutrition questions answered. UW registered dietitian Michelle Swader joins us by phone as we practice social distancing. The number to call 270-9933. Michelle, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing great. What kind of concerns are you getting from clients these days?
Well, one of the big things that we've seen over the last few weeks is the tendency to do more eating, whether it's just because you are near the kitchen more often, or you actually are feeling more of an emotional pull to food because you're stressed or you're upset or you're concerned. And that's a normal thing. We use food to celebrate and also comfort us in a lot of different ways. But when we use it too often and rely on it as kind of the only coping mechanism that we use, then it can be challenging, and overall it can obviously lend itself to more calories and also more of an unhealthy diet. So I always encourage people who find that they're emotional eating to try to find other non-food ways to address those same emotions, whether they're feeling lonely or upset or anxious. And it might be something different that you do for yourself, depending on the emotion that you feel. But we want to try to cultivate a bigger arsenal of those coping mechanisms so you don't always have to rely on the food.
What kind of things should you have in the pantry?
Well, knowing that we might not be getting to the grocery store as often, maybe we're cutting our trips down to one every other week or just every 10 days, you want to have a good variety. You want to have the staples. You want to have protein, some that are going to be fresh, but some that you might be able to buy in bulk and freeze. You definitely want to have some frozen vegetables around or canned, whichever you prefer. It does also make sense to take a walk through your kitchen and your pantry to find out what other ingredients you need. If you have chicken, but you don't have anything to make it with, it's going to be pretty boring. So you want to look for things like salsas and sauces and herbs and spices, and make sure that you have those things too, because your staples aren't going to be any good if you don't have something that makes them tasty.
270-9933, the number to call. I guess another option is to pick up food at a restaurant just to mix things up a little bit.
Right. A lot of our restaurants are going to be pick up at the door, or they run them out to your car. It's definitely a good idea to give a call, because a lot of the restaurants are cutting their hours and adjusting their times that they are open. So it would be something good to do for a family, maybe to get some takeout once in a while, to make it a little bit more variety. It gives you less dishes to do. It gets you into the car a little bit, out of the house, and get some fresh air.
And that is allowed under the...
You definitely want to make sure that you check to make sure that they're open.
Yeah, it is allowed under the governor's new plan that you can go and get to the restaurants if you need to.
Yep.
Are there safety concerns? The handling food?
Right. That's a very good question. There has not been any incidents of any kind of infection transmitted with COVID from a food or food product. Obviously, it's still a good idea, especially if you're eating something that's a finger food, to wash your hands before and after, make sure that you do the dishes properly. And then also, if you do have leftovers, because that's why some people might want to order some food to have some leftovers for the next couple days, that you take care of those properly too and refrigerate them and fully reheat them before you indulge in the leftovers.
All right, let's go to Ed in Madison. He has a question. Hi, Ed.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
We have a grocery delivery coming in a few minutes. How do we handle, packaged goods and fresh produce? How do we clean them best before we put them in the fridge?
Good question.
Right, and it does kind of depend on what it is. If you are getting something that's really perishable, something like fresh berries are famous for molding, and actually you would want to save those and just wash those right before you eat them. If it's something that is a vegetable that you're going to prep right away, you can go ahead and rinse it right away, prep them into your containers. That way they are the cleanest possible that they can be. And then things that do have a peel or a rind or something like that, they can stay as they are. But it's still a good idea to rinse off your onions, rinse off your melon before you cut into it, so you don't take that blade of the knife and transfer something from the outside of the fruit or vegetable to the inside.
All right. We all have to be healthy and eat well for the next month or so at least. Michelle, thanks for being with us.
Yep, it is very tempting.
Yes, thanks for being with us today. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks.
Here's Hattie with one final check of the forecast.
And here's our view from Platteville this afternoon. We have cloudy skies there and quite a few clouds across the rest of southern Wisconsin. Not a lot of precipitation, really any, falling from those clouds right now. So that is the good news. Even though it's cloudy, we are going to stay dry. Temperatures will top at 49 degrees here in Madison. We may see a few 50s on the map later on. Warmer weather, though, is on the way for tomorrow. That weekend forecast, though, keeps us right around 50. There will be chances for thunderstorms as well.
All right, we'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.